I want to just ask you, though, about the issue of race relations, because the film touches upon that. Right now, under President Obama, over the last 8 years, in your mind, have race relations improved under his leadership?
Race relationships have to do with race relationships. You're white or whatever you are, I'm black or whatever I am. We're standing here talking now. That's how we get things done. You can't legislate love. The President of the United States can't legislate us into liking each other. We have to step forward and ask questions about each other and engage. There's no law that says, oh, because I'm president, you all got to get along now. So it's up to us.
And there's been so many protests in America, especially during the election. Black Lives Matter movement, for example, and those issues. Has that movement in particular, the Black Lives Matter movement, helped race relations or not in America?
Well, listen, we live in America. And in America, we have the freedom to express ourselves. We shouldn't take that for granted. So whatever the movements are, whether you agree with them or don't, they have the right to express themselves. So that's one of the great things about being in this country, that you do have the right to protest.
Yes. How you doing, everybody? Hello and welcome. Hope you're all right. This is Friday afternoon and a glorious one at that. I hope the weather is good wherever you are. This is Red Pill Phil on YouTube. Red Pill Phil. 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 Hello everyone, thanks for taking the time out to watch this. Just a short report really. Big thank you to Jason from the A-Team for sending me this link. Just going about my business like you normally do. And he goes, check out this link, Phil. I press on it and it alerts me to this, which happened several weeks ago. Now I've been looking into it a little bit further. There was people talking about it a few weeks ago, seeing videos and whatnot, but not getting many views. So the story is BLM organizer charged on 6 counts of child sex abuse, possession of images of underage girls. Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. If Black lives was getting sexually exploited, images being disseminated all over the world of poor little black children in all types of conditions being utilized in this manner, to create what we know as human trafficking, sexual exploitation, or just nasty, nonsense, paedophilic behavior. You'd think anyone who's going to be an activist coming out talking about Black Lives Matter would have that consideration first and foremost. If you're going to take that high moral ground, then you'd have to concede that any negative aspect of the black life should be trumpeted. So what if that negative aspect was these black children, as well as white children, images of sexual exploitation being disseminated, possibly, I have no idea. This is the allegation. And it has to stay an allegation, I do guess. Word on the street is this chap has also got images that has been caught on his phone. So God knows the gravity of the images. The worst part about it is this chap apparently has got 2 children himself. So I have no idea what the chemistry is there and what is going on there. That is weird on many counts. It's something I don't really want to put into words, But at the same time, I find that a hypocrisy of the soul, really, if I'm going to put it into a small nutshell. I mean, this guy, apparently, I don't know whether you can call him a founder of Black Lives Matter, but in his local area, he was quite active and quite vocal. I think it was New Hampshire where he came from. And he had been quite a key individual in at least one march that they're talking about. Whether you can ultimately say this comes at Black Lives Matter's door, ultimately, yeah, they've got to carry some of this because they should have known who is, you know, the moral fiber of the people that are going out speaking. I mean, you could scratch that even further and you think, oh, the NFAC, you know, that militant group that popped up in Georgia. You've also got the FF Family Force, whatever they're called, that's popped up in London. They're not directed or direct affiliates of Black Lives Matter. They have been an ultimate consequence. And I do believe on both occasions, I've heard it publicly that both organizations feel that Black Lives Matter is a Pepsi Light. So their politics are far more darker, far more darker. So if you was to rub into not only the politics of these people, but their history, as you could with anyone, how much violent crime, how much drug selling, how much possessions of guns, firing a gun, maybe shooting at people. Who knows? Who knows? And we've not even got on to the fact that one of the main organizers, 37, had allegedly 60 child sex abuse images on his cell phone, charged with 6 counts. In America, if he's found guilty with this, he's going to be going down for a long, long time. So we'll have to wait and see how the judicial process pans out with that. But this is the event that this alleged wronging, paedophile, nonce, kiddie feeler, whatever you want to call him. Unfortunately, he is a part of the human race, so he's going to have to be called that as well. The Skate Away the Hate protest took place on the 21st of June and involved fellow protesters riding bikes and skateboards down Route 16 in New Hampshire. Throughout the protest, Viveres utilised a loudspeaker where he rattled off demands that he claimed were conveyed to him by local chapters of Black Lives Matter. So it links a somewhat of an affiliation. I guess if not denounced from the point he done and said what he'd said at this event, is there been any public denouncement from Black Lives Matter on this Christopher geezer? I guess there will be now. He's been slapped down as an alleged paedophile, as an alleged sordid individual that happens to have 2 children himself. They'll no doubt want to drop him like a hot potato, but it ain't going to be that easy because that man has stood on your platform, has been spouting off all types of rhetoric that has been setting race relations back for the past 6 or 7 months. You could argue as long as this organization's been about, which is 2, 3, 4 years maybe. But particularly in the last 8 months, they've gained some traction. Are they going to denounce him? Have they denounced him? This is just a sober reminder. Same again. All lives matter. Abuse matters no matter what the demographic. You know, If we divest funds from the police and prison system, we all benefit. This was his words on that event. People are rightly saying, well, was you saying that for your own agenda? Because you're an alleged dirty little nonce pedo that likes to get images of exploited children and possibly sexually exploited as well? You dirty little nonce. Might be wrong. This is all alleged, by the way. I mean, it's funny because the police chief, listen to what he had to say. I can't comment on this specifically, or Mr. Devres, as he is a charged criminal defendant pending adjudication and presumed innocent until proven guilty. Alleged. But he went on to say, I can say that generally speaking, people should be very cautious about listening to voices suggesting defunding of the police because their motives are not always in the best interest of society. Oh, by the way, Devres has pleaded not guilty, which he's going to. And I guess we'll have to see how it pans out. So this is a clear case of, like the policeman said, innocent until proved guilty. But there's enough people talking about it. If it's true with the apprehension of his phone, which has them images, I know with the laws in this country that even if you've been sent them images, if you disseminate them images on, you are regarded and treated no better than a paedophile, whether that is your sexual orientation or not, or even more importantly, no matter the age of the person disseminating the photographs. If they're still of that nature, they should be deleted immediately. It's even a sticky thing about actually passing them legally over to police without breaking that breach of disseminating what is sexual images. So it is one of them grey areas. So if he did have this on his phone, if he sent them on, if he's got more images that they can get from other devices, we'll see. I guess time will tell. But this is a black mark against Black Lives Matter, you would say. It's common sense prevailing to a degree that we will all agree that some of the activists and voices that have been speaking out on Black Lives Matter over the past couple of months, and affiliated groups as well, some of the things that they've been saying in the way that they've been saying it has been nothing short of malicious, vindictive, aggressive, militant, and probably counterproductive. So it makes you question the character of these individuals moving forward. That if they're going to teach the younger proletariat of the black race all about their version of black history and how to redress their version of black history, then the young black kids, black people should be researching on these individuals and actually thinking to yourself, should I be listening to people who are saying this? But in the background, when you scratch deeper, when you peel that onion away, this person represents this. So this was something I just wanted to cover because, you know, as you know, guys, I've been on Black Lives Matter in many different facets, and it is another development of it. Will it stop the Black Lives Matter wheels rolling? No, it won't. Will they try and ignore it and pretend that this never happened? Yes, they will. But you know what? We're not. Red Pill Phil, I love you all. Thanks for watching.
I love you I love you. I love you. I love you. Even the pissing haters. I love you. 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 I love you.